welcome back to the Gridiron Expert Championship Edition. Before we get started on some analysis, I just want to clarify, no, this tie is not for LSU. Just saying, Arkansas fan. Alright, so today is the day we've all been waiting for. It's a national championship between Alabama and Clemson. You know, they deserve it. The number one team in the country, the number two team in the country. Alabama took care of Washington easy in the Peach Bowl, 24-7. Clemson, it was shocking to me that they won 31-0 against Ohio State. The fact that Ohio State didn't score didn't seem like they really got off the plane, to be honest with you. But these teams, you couldn't have asked for a better matchup. You know, after last year, you know, it's a rematch. Alabama won 45-40 against Clemson. It was a great game, instant classic. Deshaun Watson had a great game despite the loss. And really, when you think about it, Clemson probably should have won that game last year had it not been for the brilliant play call of Nick Saban doing that onside kick late in the game. And then, of course, there was that kickoff return very late in the fourth quarter as well. But, you know, without those two things, I personally think Clemson would have won. This year, however, it's going to be a much different game. I think Alabama's defense has really improved since last year. You know, like I said, Deshaun Watson had a great game against Alabama last year. But Alabama's defense might be one of the best ever. One of the best, not only at Alabama, but maybe just in college football history. This defense is crazy good. So the key for Clemson to win this game is they're going to have to be able to throw against Alabama. And like I said in the earlier video, during the playoffs, Alabama, if they have a weak link, it's in their secondary. And Deshaun Watson is one of, if not the best quarterback in the nation. So for them to have a chance, Deshaun Watson's going to have to throw against Alabama. And I think they can do that. They have a dynamic crew of receivers, and there's a legitimate chance. I also like the environment they're going to be in down in Tampa. Alabama, on the other hand, to defeat Clemson down in Tampa, even though they are 6.5 or 7-point favorites, to defeat Clemson, Alabama's going to have to stop Deshaun Watson, but at the same time have a big day from Jalen Hurts. I don't think Alabama's going to have a huge day running the ball. I mean, they're going to get some yards, but I don't think they're going to rush for, you know, like Bo Scarborough ran for 180 yards against Washington. I don't think that's going to happen. If you look at Clemson's lone loss against Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's quarterback, threw all over Clemson's secondary. And maybe that's part of what Alabama's going to have to do. They're going to have to really go in with Jalen Hurts and, you know, sell the play action and get some deep bombs against Clemson. I'm very curious to see how Steve Sarkisian takes over the Alabama offense. I'm appalled that they let Lane Kiffin go the week before the national championship. That's crazy. So I think there might be a little confusion there, even though they still run the same offense. Nothing's changed yet. But I still find it an odd choice by Nick Saban to do that. So, what do I think is going to happen? This game's going to be an instant classic down in Tampa, just like the one we had last year out in Phoenix. You know, Alabama won the game last year by 5 points, like I said, due to some great plays down the stretch. I think Alabama is going to win this game again, but I'm only predicting them to win this game by probably about 3 points. I think this game's going to come down to the final seconds. Last year, if you remember, it really didn't come down to the final seconds. Alabama scored a touchdown late in the game to get ahead by double digits, and then Clemson scored late when it didn't matter. It was still a great game nonetheless, but this year it really is going to come down to the final seconds. But Alabama and their defense has just been too good this year, and Deshaun Watson has made some costly turnovers throughout the season, and I think he'll make a few tonight, and Alabama's going to win another championship, and Nick Saban is just going to continue his dominance. So tune in tonight to ESPN for the national championship and the final college football game of the season.